Welcome back to the program. Now, it's estimated that there are roughly 13 million Nigerian children between the ages of 5 and 14 who should be in the formal education system but aren't, most of them in the north of the country. The insecurity and displacement caused by Boko Haram's insurgency, particularly in the northeast, partially explains that. But now policymakers are asking if tech could actually help to solve this problem. One startup in the country is betting that tech indeed is the answer, as CGTN's Deji Badmos explains on Grassroots tonight.
Despite the fact that basic education is officially free and compulsory in Nigeria, it is not strange to see children on the streets during school hours. For some, the situation is compounded by language barriers and lack of written literacy skills. But an education tech startup has now come to the rescue through the use of its digital pen and talking books. The MAVIS pen and book have audio capabilities, and this is how it works.
I live in Yola.
MAVIS Computel had originally set out to bridge the performance gap in language learning before including basic education into the mix.
We started with our first book, which uses Hausa to teach English. Since then, we've added more books. We currently have about 51 books. So we have books for using Hausa to teach English, for learning Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, French, Spanish, Arabic. We now have even the core education series for using English with phonics for primary 1 to 4, and then math as well.
The unique approach also helps block shortages in the area of funding and manpower.
You can liken it to a textbook that talks. So in places where you don't have enough teachers, or even in communities where you have few teachers that may not be so skilled, it helps make their work easier. So the children learn in small groups, 3, 4 in a group, and it encourages group participatory learning. And we've seen that that has tremendous benefits for the children.
So far, the company has been able to reach out to at least 18,000 pupils in over 150 schools across the country, courtesy of funding from international development bodies and some state governments. And that is enough motivation for the company to carry on.
We've done projects funded by DFID, that is the UK government, and even some state governments like Borno State and some others as well. So from interventions we've done, we've seen kids perform about 37% better than children in other public or private schools nearby. So the results have been encouraging.
This classroom has fully adopted MAVIS' learning approach, and the classroom teacher shares some of the reviews from parents.
Many of the parents come to us and tell us their children are now reading, and then children in primary 2 can now find words in the dictionary on their own.
Going by the current acceptance rate, MAVIS Computel hopes to do much more on the African continent.
Our goal is that in the next 2 to 3 years, we should have reached close to 1 million children across the country. And then at some point, we plan to expand to other African nations as well.
The use of information communication technology has seen to improved education delivery globally. To keep up with the pace, the Nigerian education sector will require more government and donor-driven interventions like this one. Deji Badmos, CGTN, Lagos, Nigeria.